Narratives are always written in chronological sequence in third person. In third person, in the sense, you need to explain it like you are looking at the scene that's happening in front of you. Okay, you are not a part of that scene. Put yourself away and narrate the story that this happened. Okay, and it should always be in past tense. Never say the 80-year-old woman took what do you say? How do I give you an example for present tense? She is being admitted in the hospital is wrong. She was admitted in the hospital. You need to watch your grammatical framing of your sentences. It should always be past tense, that it is over. Only when it is over, it was reported to you. So make sure when you are writing your narrative, situation is done. It is over. You are 1/3 person. That situation is happening in front of you. You're going to watch it and narrate what's happening there and write it. And it should always start from A to Z. From when she popped the pill to how the adverse drug reaction happened and what happened after that. Okay. Now, reporter's exact verbatim should always be used. This was what I was saying. Okay. If the patient says pain of the chest, make sure you put pain of the chest. It is wrong to even say chest pain. Some people, who have this medical background, they'll end up writing, looking at the entire case report. They'll say, oh, the patient reported myocardial infarction, or the patient had heart attack. All the situations that will only cause to utter confusion. What the patient said, even if the patient doesn't know proper English, sometimes we've come across situations where they report adverse events such as funny headache, and even funnier situations will come up. Even if the patient says funny headache, it is your duty to say quote unquote funny headache. This is what the patient reported. If you ask the patient, can you please explain how a funny headache is? They will not have their own explanation, or they might give you even more colorful answers. But quote unquote, patient said funny headache, this is funny headache. That's it. Abbreviations and acronyms should not be used except for lab data. Never use short forms. It should always be complete word. Now, what are the abbreviations that you can use are, you can say MRI, you can say CT scans, you can say RBC, WBC. These are all standard all over the world. Only such terminologies you are allowed to use abbreviations. Otherwise, everything else should be expanded. No abbreviations. Okay. Supplementary records can be mentioned. Now, could somebody tell me the name of the tab where you put all your supplementary records in Argus?
In additional information.
Yes, your additional information tab is where you give all your attachments, your source document, autopsy reports, discharge notes, all of them. Any attachments you want to give, as many supplementary records as you are provided with, everything will go get attached in the additional information tab. Okay. Now, I wanted to explain this part, but I didn't find this topic in this slide. Quality of the narratives depends on the quality of clinical information obtained in the source document. Now, why do they talk about the quality of your narrative? The quality is important, not only when you are doing an ICSR. When you are doing an ICSR, you are only concentrating on one particular case. But when it comes to giving you an aggregate report, that is every 6 months, they will do aggregate reporting. And from this aggregate reporting, they are going to detect a signal. Okay, they're going to watch if all these cases when put together, are they giving you any kind of signal? Are they showing you any increased frequency of a particular adverse drug reaction? That's called a signal. Now, when they are doing this aggregate reporting, nobody has the time to sit and look tab by tab from your reporters tab to the additional information tab. All that they are going to do is when they open this case, they are going to read your narrative. And that is the importance. When they read your narrative, it should be very clear and crisp on giving the entire information about the scenario, about what happened to this patient and how this adverse drug reaction was reported. Okay, that's the most important reason why we stress on narrative writing. So time to event onset can